It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means.
Tell them, Canada Dry. It's time for D-A-D. Is Dynamite After Dark, baby.
Let's hit it. Everybody, it is Tuesday night. I know you're thinking to yourself, what the hell are you guys doing on? But Dynamite was on Tuesday. We're on Tuesday. They go on Thursday. We go on Thursday. That's how we roll. I am, of course, the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. I am the JFB, James from Boston.
And I am the patron saint of all of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada effing Dry, damn it.
Yes, it is. And we are joined by our third. He goes by many names. Golden Graham, GM Joe. We just know him as just Joe. Just good old Joe. Joe, say hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I have to say, I feel like, at least for me, this is like the first podcast in what feels like a month or two that there's been 4 people. It's usually 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's nice to see 4 squares back up on the screen.
It feels like an episode of the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
And I'm just telling you, I'm not Alice.
Who's Marsha?
Oh, I'll be Marsha. What the
Okay.
hell? And, of course, we are joined by the silkiest voice in all of podcast wrestling history. We're talking about the effing expert, Mr. Isaac. Say, hey, how you doing?
Well, good evening, gentlemen. I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs, and I have been holding down the JFB seat the past few weeks. So I'm happy to kind of be on as a panelist tonight and just kind of sit back and let the pro JFB do his thing tonight.
Do you have some candy corn you can munch on? Because I know you love the candy corn.
I have not yet acquired any candy corn this
Good,
holiday
because candy
season.
corn is disgusting.
Oh, it is awesome.
Oh, well, GM Joe, it was nice talking to you. We're going to have to let you go. We got Noob. He's in the house. He says, hello, everyone.
What's up, Noob?
Matt's here. He says, hey, guys.
What's up?
Ayaka wants to know how Joe got his nickname. Joe, you want to lay it on?
Well, I guess the nickname you see here, I mean, my last name is Graham, and Golden Graham is a cereal, and
You
I
like
still have it,
cereal?
yeah. Oh, no, my wife ate it. Sorry, it's gone.
Oh, she did it. She has to pick you up a new one. What the hell?
My
It's
God.
on her. It's
And,
on
of
her.
course, obviously, sticking with the brand of AFW, put the F in front of everything.
Yeah.
So,
We all have to be effing here. All right.
Yeah. I just
I
feel-
was pushing that on all of you, and for the longest time, I didn't have it.
Yeah, we were all effing something, and you were just Canada
I'm just
Dry.
on Canada Dry. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
above that.
Sorry, by the way, Matt says he had my Viking helmet on. A little scared, but we're going to start off with Christian.
He's remember the Viking? Huss.
Yeah.
Huss.
The Berserker.
Yes, he was
That's
also the
yeah.
Viking in WWE as well.
He was, yeah.
he would fit in with the Viking Raiders right now. So
That's
hey.
true. That's true.
They should bring him back if he's still alive and to be the manager.
I believe he is still alive.
He is still alive.
That would be
Yeah.
brilliant, like they did with Hillbilly Jim.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. So we start the show not with a bang, but kind of a Christian Cage in the
Whoa,
control booth.
back it up because we got to do the pre-show.
I did not watch the pre-show, so I'm going to leave it up to Canada Dry and the rest of you guys. I knew.
Okay. So
I just didn't watch it.
We started out with Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki, and they were slapping left and right. Oh my goodness. This match was Eddie Kingston and Suzuki. What do you expect? Golden Graham, tell him.
I mean, it's Eddie Kingston, Minoru Suzuki, and there's a New Japan title involved. Yeah. So, of course, it's just going to be Chop Central. I swear, about 30 seconds into that match, Minoru Suzuki's chest was bright red.
Yeah.
Like as red as your shirt, JFB. Like,
that's pretty damn impressive.
And it didn't stop. Like, they chopped each other for like a good 5 minutes, it felt like.
Yeah.
And then, we had the end of the match. Obviously, Eddie retains. And then, as a show of respect, they chopped each other again and hugged each other.
I mean, when in doubt, chop and hug. That's always, me and Jessica, that's what we do. We get into fights, we chop each other, and then we hug each other. It's just the way it works. That's camaraderie right there.
Now, do you guys feel that they need to stop putting the New Japan Strong title and the ROH title together in defenses? I don't like that.
I love it.
Really?
It takes all. That's the way it should be.
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Two different companies, they should be, I think.
I'm lukewarm on it.
Hey, I'm all for
together so much anyways.
I'm all for Eddie Kingston being the belt collector and just letting him just get like 7 or 8, like inconsequential, like, he's like the Impact TV champion and he goes and wrestles at Rev Pro.
He'll look like Ultimo Dragon eventually.
Oh God, I love Ultimo Dragon.
He used to walk out with like 25 belts.
Yep. Sonny Ono. Sonny freaking Ono. Anyways, we get to the main show. Christian opens up in the control booth, cuts a serious heel promo. We get to our first match. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. Here are some of my notes. Odd opening for the show, but it makes sense. Get him in with Danielson, keep him through the matches, and then end it with Edge, or not Edge, I'm sorry, Adam Copeland. I keep getting corrected. They stare each other down, a lot of staring down before they finally lock up. Really good seeing Swerve go more technical than aerial. I was interested to see how he was going to facilitate this match with Bryan Danielson. Because you're talking about the greatest technical wrestler in wrestling today, probably within the last 20 years. It was going to be interesting to see how he reacted to Danielson. I think him going technical was absolutely perfect. You don't slap. Here's my lesson for the day. You don't slap unless you want to get slapped back. That's just the way it works. You don't slap a man in the face unless you're going to expect to get slapped in the face as well. Really good back and forth. Swerve was in control for probably about 85% of this match. Swerve was in complete control. Danielson is just a submission master. That's all there is to it. Great win by Danielson with help from Hangman Page, of all people. Who would have thought? Canada Dry, go first, my friend. Tell him what you thought.
Well, I absolutely loved this match. Swerve and Danielson just made some beautiful music here tonight. What? Swerve, like every time this guy steps in.
Yeah.
He gave a nice little interview in Sports Illustrated today. And he's just like, he reminds me a little bit of Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I am representing the Black community. And people are saying what I did when I beat Hangman, that was my moment. I'm like, no, that's not my moment.
Yeah.
My moment is going much further. He's like, and I don't have time to rest. I'm going further and further and further. So, he didn't need to win this match, but it definitely put him against Bryan.
Yeah.
It pushes him further up the ladder.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts, my friend?
Oh, this match absolutely benefited from not having any commercials, first
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Like, but once again, this is another example of someone going out with Bryan Danielson and getting over, but not going over.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because Swerve, he was already over in my mind with everything that he's done since like All In.
Yeah.
Like he's been that guy that you could put in any spot and he goes out and he delivers.
Yeah.
And he delivered in this match. Of course, Danielson delivers because he's freaking Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I just sat back and watched the show. Watch the match. It was such a fun match. So great.
Yeah, absolutely. F an expert. Your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I absolutely love this match. I thought this was a brilliant piece of storytelling. Danielson does have a way of putting somebody over, even though he's the one winning the match.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did here. Swerve looked amazing. Swerve is an absolute star.
Yeah.
And I think Swerve comes out better as a result of this because now he gets more of the bitter anger, and we're going to see a more seething Swerve. And I'm excited to see where he goes from here. It was interesting to see Hangman pop out with the man bun.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed that this Hangman and Swerve story is continuing.
Yeah, I thought it was done. Yeah, I thought this was
because
over.
I'm like,
but,
because I'm like now Swerve has to eat a loss by Hangman now.
Yeah, Hangman's got to get.
Like, oh, come
he's got to
on.
get a win. Yeah, and
I
that's
think, in
kind of
all honesty, what you're gonna see is, I think you're gonna see Swerve get into the world championship picture. I think this was the way to solidify that. Hey, he's not a TNT guy. Danielson's on the back end. He may get another championship run, but for the most part, the future is now. And right now, there is nobody better than Swerve at all. Period. So we'll go to Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Swerve should win the Eliminator tournament, and he should be the one at Winter is Coming to be challenging for the title.
Yeah, absolutely agree, 100%.
I'd love that.
Samoa Joe, video promo, hyping up his run to AEW Gold with Saturday. We got our second match. It's Jericho versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Here are a couple of my notes. It's weird seeing Hobbs with Callis. I'm just going to flat out say it. I mean, I don't really remember a time when Hobbs wasn't part of a faction, and this proved it just yet again. We get Hobbs saddled with a faction that he doesn't need, and it doesn't make sense.
In your opinion.
in my opinion. Now, I will say this. Shit. Hobbs is freaking huge. Like, he's gotten bigger and bigger over the last couple months.
Yeah.
Hobbs' power will force Jericho to change the set. Unfortunately, that really didn't happen. What we basically saw was the dismantling and basically you ever seen a dog with a toy and they defluff the toy? That's basically what Hobbs did to Jericho.
You have to clean it up.
Yeah. Hobbs is there strictly to hurt Jericho. Cal's toying with Jericho's bat, which I thought was really fun. The torture is finally over. Like, finally, he pins Jericho, and the massacre is just over. And thank freaking God. GM Joe, your thoughts on match number 2?
I hated it.
Yeah,
I didn't like this match.
Yeah,
I there was just something about it that I didn't like. Yeah. And honestly, like, it's like Hobbs, to me, like, watching this, I was sitting there, like, Hobbs does not fit this role anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he looked really awkward at points in this match.
Yeah.
There was some points I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he was like, just the way he presented himself just wasn't good, in my opinion.
No, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
So, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
It made him look strong, but at the same time, like, Jericho's hasn't looked strong since I don't know how long, so I don't really know what that does for Hobbs.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it does anything. And in fact, I don't think it pushed him any further. I think it sank him back. Mr. Expert, your thoughts?
I'm going to disagree with you two gentlemen just a little bit here.
Oh, boy.
I think that Powerhouse Hobbs being with Callis is great.
Yeah.
Because the Book of Hobbs thing was going nowhere.
They mentioned the Book of
Hey,
Hobbs.
you have your time, sir.
they said now Callis is the author of the Book of Hobbs, so it's not going anywhere.
Well, I don't see the book.
Him doing his promos where he was holding up Moby Dick and pretending it was the Book of Hobbs just wasn't really getting
totally
over.
wasn't Moby Dick, wasn't it?
So, like, I like him being with Callis. Callis, and I said this, I think, on the last program, I think that Callis needs to be the guy to take the struggling heels under his wing and get the crowd to hate them and boo and react to their matches. So I think this is good. And while I did not expect Hobbs to go over Jericho, and it really kind of screwed me over in our prediction league, they definitely made Hobbs look strong here. They did. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with him next, because obviously he squashed Jericho. Jericho went to the hospital. You know, it would have been a medical facility if it was on the other program. But we'll see what he does next. I'm intrigued. I mean, this is
going to
more
go sing with Fozzy
on his own for a while.
Yeah. Can't dry your thoughts, my friend.
This is why I love the effing expert, because him and I mind melt. We got this mind melt thing. We got this Vulcan mind melt, and yeah, we got it. But yeah, I do think that this elevates Hobbs because he was going nowhere. He had Book of Hobbs. He lost to Miro.
Yeah.
And did you see the level of boos he got tonight for beating up Jericho?
I don't know if those boos were directly reflective of them pointed at Hobbs. I think they were.
No, it doesn't matter because
not good.
Because he looked stronger than he was. It's all perception. Just like Sammy's getting booed because he's making out with Tay all the time. It doesn't matter. He's getting the shadow. He's living in the shadow of Don Callis. He's part of that team. They're all getting that same boo.
Okay. Let's go to Cole and Roddy Strong. There's two things I learned from this video.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Oh, hell yeah. It is possible for a one-legged man to mow a lawn. I mean, that's my one thing. Also, giraffes is the next strongest animal in the world. That's what I learned today from Matt Taven and Roddy.
That neck muscle on the giraffe is just next level.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to our third match. Holy crap. You know what? Before we get to our third match for the International Championship is brought to you by FTD Pro Wrestling. Because see, here's the thing. You can pretend to be Orange Cassidy. You can pretend to be Ray Phoenix. You can pretend to be any wrestler in the world that you want to be. You can even pretend to be a competent competitor against the JFB and AFW. But the only way you're going to learn how to truly 100% become a real, honest-to-goodness professional wrestler is really by going to school, learning your trade, learning your craft, excelling at it, and then going further. And then you can have a career like Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge. The only way to do that is FTW. Now, I can sit here and tell you about FTW till ad nauseum, but I am going to play you a clip that will explain everything about FTW.
Determination, perseverance. These are the qualities that make a champion. Do you have what it takes to be the next wrestling superstar? Are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? At Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy, we can help you become the champion you were meant to be. Our world travel trainers, Brian Idle and Natalia Markova, are well-known industry professionals with years of experience in the world of wrestling. From the basics to advanced techniques, they are dedicated to help give you the tools that you need to succeed in the ring. Our training program is tailored to challenge you, push you to your limits, and help you discover your full potential. Come join our diverse group of talent. Join us at Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy and make your dream a reality. Visit our website or contact us to learn more and start your journey to the top today.
Basically, it's easy as this. $250 a month gets you in the class, allows you to train with Natalia Markova, allows you to train with Brian Otto, who, by the way, are wrestling for the NWA. And really, honestly, should be wrestling for a much bigger promotion. Both those guys are absolutely incredible, especially Natalia Markova. She's a huge fan of the show. We're a huge fan of hers. So go to ftwprowrestling.com, sign up, go drive Uber, I know it's in Florida. It's a lawless state. Anything can happen in Florida. 1 minute you're going to get gunned down by an AR-15.
But at least you have the wrestling skills to take care of yourself.
That's true. You will learn how to take care of yourself because alligators are real, man. I don't care what anybody says. Alligators.
Like Natalia Markova goes running at nighttime in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to mess with her.
No. I mean, we got video proof. She took down a man at Walmart, okay? Let's just be honest. She took down a guy at Walmart who stole her wallet. So you want to learn how to self-defend yourself? That's the way to do it. ftwprowrestling.com. Let's go to our third match. We get Orange Cassidy versus Ray Phoenix. Now, for those, we have some people that are members of AFW. 4 of us here are all predictors. Did this match count tonight? Because
this match got thrown off.
I didn't think so. I messaged Dally. Dally didn't message me back. He's probably thinking, geez, JFB, why in the hell?
If you were in the chat once in a while, you'd see. I said it's thrown out.
And I'm just saying, you're right. But it didn't count for AFW.
And I'm the commissioner now, just so you know.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay. Well, now I can just directly ask you. Yeah. Bother you now for the rest of the time. Yeah. It may not count for AFW, but it did count for AEW because Orange Cassidy and Ray Phoenix for the International Championship. Here are some of my notes. I am happy to see Orange Cassidy coming out. I miss him in singles competition. I don't want him with best friends anymore. I don't like it. I just really miss seeing him in the singles competition. Orange Cassidy really being methodical, keeping Phoenix on the ground, which is a good thing because Ray Phoenix loves to flip, flop, and fly. He's the triple F. He loves to flip, flop, and fly. Really good back and forth. Interesting call. For those who don't know, Orange Cassidy did win. He is now your new 2-time international championship. And my question to you guys as you talk about the match, Book is now a member of the Best Friends. Like I thought maybe it was just a 1-off or a 2-off, but he was there.
Since he's backstage, why don't we bring him in?
Let's bring Justin in.
Lavatron 5000.
Yeah, Lavatron 5000. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, Justin?
Hooker? Justin.
Well, I'm using the StreamYard app that Aaron sent into the podcasters chat, and this is actually working out pretty well. So, Aaron, thank you so much.
You sound
good.
I
didn't invent the app, so I don't know.
In the dry, let's face facts. You and StreamYard, you guys are like this, and so you make
it's insider trading.
Yeah.
Hey, JFB, before we continue, I'm wearing the Bruins hat tonight because we open up tomorrow night. So
that's right. An 06, an original 6 matchup between the Bruins and those stinky ass Chicago Blackhawks. Anyways, my God.
It still stings every time I see that logo. Still stings.
Lafatron 5000, by God, what did you think of the match tonight between Orange Cassidy and Ray Phoenix?
Okay, so this was expected.
Justin, I want to get your thoughts, and I want you to read this out loud.
No, not going to happen.
Say it.
Not going to happen. I can even see the comment on the bottom, so I'm not even going to do it.
Why not? Roxy thinks I'm cuter than her boyfriend. Come on.
Because it might be true, okay? It might be true.
It might be. You're not the one breaking up a relationship.
No, you're right. So getting back to this. Shit. Okay, so this was kind of expected because it didn't matter. OC, John Moxley, Ray Phoenix was losing this title no matter what. It kind of sucks that John Moxley was not cleared to compete for this match, but I'm kind of glad that OC got his title back. You guys were talking about AFW. I did pretty I thought this match would have opened. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this match would have opened because I thought Tony Khan would have put the international title on first. I was so damn wrong about that.
It might have been if it wasn't for John Moxley getting injured. I think he needed a bit of time. I think.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So hopefully when John Moxley gets 100%, he'll go back after the international title because the way that he lost it was.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, Justin. Thanks for phoning in.
Talk to you later, Justin.
All right, let's go to Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the international match?
You know, I love when a company can admit it made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this is.
Okay.
They realized Orange Cassidy shouldn't have dropped the belt to John Moxley.
I can agree with that, yeah.
And I think AEW, by giving the belt back to Orange Cassidy, they're realizing that why did we ever make him lose it? It didn't make any sense, and you're course correcting. And the match wasn't the best match. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
I do think Rey Fenix is suffering a little bit of an injury.
Yeah.
And I think this match was just like, let's get it out there. We'll put on a tiny bit of a show, but I don't think this match lasted 5 minutes.
I think it was over 5. I think it was like
not by much though. It was around 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long match for what it is, right? So yeah, it was just meant to get Orange Cassidy over. It wasn't a great match.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Golden Graham, your thoughts, my friend.
I mean, I enjoyed the match, but I kind of disagree with Kendra. I don't think this was a course correction of like, oh, we screwed up. I think it's a course correction of, oh crap, everyone we wanted, all of our plans with this, everyone's injured, so let's just.
Well, yeah, that's what it's like. We never should have done it because look what happened.
But you can't sit there and say that. Like, injuries happen. It's wrestling. It just so happened that both Phoenix and Moxley got injured in the same match.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think it's an on purpose course. It's like a hindsight 2020 course correction.
Because I really do think that Moxley's going to win this title probably soon. I don't know.
I hope they just move on from that idea because it's.
I want to see what they were going to do with the title.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Look, we've already seen Orange Cassidy with this title for 326 days.
And we'll have it for another 323 days.
It's going to be the same reign over again, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want John Moxley with that belt. That's all I'm saying.
Look, unless they're going to turn Orange Cassidy heel somehow.
You know what? There was a weird look in Orange Cassidy's eyes.
I just feel like it's just this character that I think deep down he's like, I'm tired. I really don't want to do this, but I feel like he's being pressured by Hook and everyone else because he never got his title rematch.
Yeah.
Which I think would be an interesting quirk in the Orange Cassidy character if they went that way a little bit with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting.
Check this out. Akaya is claiming that her comment broke up her relationship. What she said about Rich being cuter than her boyfriend.
Aye. Have an expert, your thoughts on the third match.
Let's see what else happens. JP looks like Angle, but I figured out how to grow facial hair.
Oh, Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts.
This match was good for what it was. It was a short, fast-paced match. I mean, they didn't even lock up. They just like ran at each other, started throwing fists.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I think this is just one of those contingency plans of Moxley was supposed to stay the champion. Phoenix wasn't supposed to win it to begin with. So they were trying to give it back to Moxley. Moxley can't perform. And it's like, well, shit, what do we do now? Let's just stick Orange Cassidy out there, put it back on him. And then when we figure out what to do, we'll take it off of him again. That's kind of what I think this is. And I'm wondering now that it's back with Orange Cassidy, if we're going to see a Hook heel turn and Hook's going to try to win.
I hope not. I feel like he's just turned so many times.
Yeah.
We mentioned him earlier, Swerve. I would love Swerve to have an international title run.
That would be great. I would love that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The only belt I see Swerve getting that will do him justice is
Well, in the meantime, give him a run. Well, he's not going to win that world title tomorrow.
like giving Cody the tag belts. I mean, I know we're talking WWE, but that's like giving Cody the unified tag belts. Doesn't make sense. This guy was mainlining and headlining WrestleMania not even a year ago.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Macho Man have the Intercontinental title before he had the world title?
The Intercontinental title was a prestigious title. The international title is not there yet. Now, don't get me wrong, and hear me out. Orange Cassidy having that 28 successful defenses, having it for nearly a year, adds some weight and some stroke behind that belt. But the Intercontinental belt that Macho had.
Well, this company is also only for less than so many years old.
Very
too,
true.
so.
Very true. I think it doesn't serve Swerve well to put a international belt and give him a long run, because that belt does not ping pong. It should never ping pong. And you got to make course corrections. You got to make a call at the last second.
Which is interesting because now the focus has been put on the TNT title again.
Yes, which is bull.
While the international title had a little bit of lackluster going on.
Yeah.
Which is okay. You can shift back and forth, which I kind of like.
But to be fair, the lacklusterness of the TNT title was intentional, whereas this with the international title really isn't intentional.
Well, no, the TNT title had some problems too with Wardlow and some.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that was intentionally done by Tony Khan's booking, though. This
no, but I'm saying if they would have kept the title on Wardlow longer if it wasn't for some documents getting stolen and whatnot.
Yeah,
very
Scott
popular.
Hall with that damn shock stick. That's what did it.
So we get to Toni Storm. Toni Storm has a silent short film she wants to show. How do they do it justice? They put it in picture. And I'm just going to say this. If you're going to invest time and creativity, that segment should not have been in picture. You're doing Toni Storm an injustice. You're doing the guys who produced it, the guys who directed, the guys who shot it. You're doing them all a misjustice. Absolutely 100% misjustice.
I figured it was a mistake.
Oh, no, I don't think it was.
No, it was a silent film. It was meant to be like...
yeah, but you put it in the bigger picture.
You know what?
Commercial.
I disagree 100% with you guys because I didn't watch any of the commercials. I was zoned in.
Yeah, so did I.
What she was doing.
I couldn't see it.
And it worked 100% because normally I cannot avoid those damn commercials.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, is she driving a freaking car?
Yeah, she was. Anyways, let's get to our fourth match. We got Wardlow. We got Sydal, Matt Sydal. Here are two of my notes because that's all I could take with the amount of time it took for this match to actually happen. Not good for Sydal being in the ring already. Second note, squish match. Listen, I get it. You got to rebuild Wardlow. He's been gone. He's coming back. There's a renewed interest in AEW. With the Punk situation, with Danielson taking over as the central head de facto of Collision. But here's the thing. You already did the run with Wardlow just destroying opponent after opponent after opponent. You cannot be that uncreative to just do it all over again and expect us to sit here and go, oh, well, this is brand new. Number two, Matt Sydal is one of the great indie wrestlers of all time. And the fact that they used him as a battering ram to pound into the apron is disgusting. That's all I'm going to say. GM Joe, your turn, my friend.
You sounded like me last week. I don't really have it. I just honestly, I feel like on a night where AEW was going head to head with NXT, I think this was a mistake.
Yeah, there were a lot of mistakes.
I would not have done this because you're literally if it's, I mean, granted, I could be wrong because everyone in the audience was chanting Wardlow and counting along and loved it. So maybe I'm just wrong and out of touch on this. Of course you are, Canada Dry. You just go opposite of me all night long. So, but
Thieves.
it's like I said, like I don't want to see this week in, week out. We saw this before. I want to see like some development of something with Wardlow. If he's going, just turn him heel. Do that, and that'll be fine.
Send him to school and teach him how to wrestle. And instead of being a 3-move pump chomp, teach him how to wrestle. Teach him how to create a character. Teach him how to cut a promo. Teach him how to do this crap. Because it's ridiculous that it's the Powerbomb Symphony all over again. And that's what we're getting. And we're expected to take this sandwich and go, hey, it tastes like chicken shit. Let's make it into chicken salad.
They had Matt Side out tonight. Tonight was the perfect night for him to bring back out the F10.
Okay,
literally
blah,
just
blah,
throw that guy
blah.
across the
I
ring.
don't like this. You guys are like freaking the guys on the Muppet Show that just like to complain.
Peanut Gallery guys.
It's not.
What are their names,
sir?
What they call them, like the Peanut Gallery guys or something?
Yeah, what are their names? Waldorf and
I don't remember their names.
Anyways, it's the second time this has happened, and you guys are like for 5 minutes.
It's the second time.
It's a squish match.
It's the second
just
time
meant to
of the
have these
second
two
time.
on the show.
Wardlow doesn't need a squish match. Wardlow does not need a squish match. What Wardlow needs is an actual opponent.
Yeah, that's fine, but let it happen. It's freaking a squish match in two shows. Like the world isn't ending.
So you know what you do? You get some talent from a local wrestling federation promotion in that area, and that's who you squash match.
No. You squish Matt Sydal, you squish Griff Garrison, because these guys are elite level talent, and it makes him look more badass.
I am gonna create a new shirt that says that Griff Grifferson is a Hall of Fame talent.
Hey, they're up there, man.
He
All
is
right, I gotta chime in here, fellas.
Athlete is I
yeah,
am.
let's hear what Mr. Isaac has to
Mr.
say.
Isaac, go ahead, take a shot.
I am still hung up on the fact that JFB called Wardlow a 3-pump chump.
Right?
Hey, Wardlow wants to come and find me. I'll give him my address.
Well, here's my take on this. I think that when Wardlow first comes back, I think you feed a couple of guys on the roster to him. Do it for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then move on from it. I don't want to see this be a prolonged thing that goes on for like 6 months.
That's what I'm saying.
2 or 3 weeks. Give him low to mid-tier Carters in AEW. Feed them to him, and let him just kind of remind the fans of what he can do and what he looks like in the ring. And then start having him go in some specific character direction or a feud with somebody. So I'm hoping there's 1 more week of this, and then he does something different.
And Wardlow can wrestle. Like, come on, you've seen at the pay-per-view when he won the who did he win it in the ladder match against? I forget. It was so long ago.
I don't
was
recall.
it Hobbs?
Was it Luchasaurus? Is that who it was?
I think it was Luchasaurus.
No, at Hobbs when they had the ladder match. Was it Hobbs? They had
yeah. It was
Hobbs. Yeah.
Wow, that was a great match, and this guy does an amazing swanton as well.
Exactly. You're not helping your argument of saying it's okay for squish matches.
You're saying he's a great times. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
This is the squish match. Let's move on.
Just let him wrestle. That's all you gotta do. Just let him wrestle. We don't need 18 power bombs. We don't.
You're building a story 2 weeks into his return. Come on.
Oh God. Somebody's been drinking.
All right, let's move on. Egg. See, me and Isaac, we're in mind melding again. It's like I like. You know what? It's good though. We got two types of people's thinking, and we got the left side of the brain and the right
it's the
side.
sharpshooter shirt.
Yeah,
Legacy of
that's
Pro
what
Wrestling
That's what it
Tees.
is. That's
That's
something,
what
all
it
right.
is.
Hey, JP, you gotta get your sharpshooter shooter shirt so you can mind meld with us.
Oh God.
Wouldn't it be funny if we do like consecutive shows of the four of us, and then like next week one of the other two has the sharpshooter shirt, and then we all agree, and the one guy doesn't, and then the week after we all have the shirt, and we're all just like, I 100% agree. Show's over.
Oh God. Anyways, we go backstage with Renee. She's with Jericho. Menard and Garcia show up. Menard leaves. Garcia eventually leaves. Yeah, we get it. Jericho's hurt. Matt Menard's pissed off for some reason, maybe because he figured out his gravy train is about to run dry. Let's get to our fifth match. We're talking Hangman
No,
Page.
let's start with this for just a second because I
Okay.
like this. I like that there's the Jericho Appreciation Society is kind of like showing a little bit of weakness here to their former leader, and don't need to spend a whole lot of time, but I definitely like that they're finally addressing this.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to add?
I missed this part, I'll be honest.
Don't worry, I was in the bathroom. So.
I'm really curious to see where it goes because at the Wrestle Dream Scrum, like they specifically said they have some really big plans for Garcia in the future.
They did, yeah.
So I'm curious to see where it goes.
Okay. Hangman Page, Jay White. Here's some of my notes. This is gonna be a tough night. I can already tell you. I love Switchblade keeping the title. I have been a huge fan of the heel contender taking the possession of the belt and basically walking around like it's their belt. I love that idea. That's old school tactics. It works perfectly. Smacking the taste out of Hangman's mouth. Hangman goes aerial, which I thought was really good. Really good back and forth during picture in picture. 2 pictures in pictures, though. I mean, like
They got to make up for that 30 minutes non-commercial.
I get it. You gotta make up your revenue. Tony Khan had to pay out of pocket to make sure it was commercial free.
And you notice the start of that 10-minute thing at the end, there was a commercial because they're like, oh, we can squeeze in a commercial here too.
Exactly. Yeah. Really good back and forth during picture in picture. Jay White laying it on Hangman. Great powerbomb on the apron by Hangman. I thought that was a fantastic move. White doing a great job working on the right knee. Not interferes. It cost Hangman the match. MJF comes out for his belt. Love the cat and mouse for the belt. I love how it's being played. I'm just going to leave it at this. In my opinion, this segment went on way too long. Way too long. It was 5 minutes too long. Canada Dry, go first. Your thoughts, match number 5.
Yeah. I thought this was a good match. Definitely like they put on a great show.
Yeah.
Some great back and forth action. The Prince Nana bit comes in, goes for the punch with the crown.
Yeah.
And just enough for Jay White to get the win.
Yeah.
I would have liked if he actually just smoked him with it because
I think
a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it would have been more serviceable if he actually snockered him with the crown rather than
the pulling of the tights at the end as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I did enjoy it. It wasn't. I don't think it was way too long. I think it was a tad too long.
Yeah,
I think that Juice Robinson, little remark at the end, shouldn't have been said by him.
No, not at all.
No,
it shouldn't have been said at all. With what's going on in the world right now,
bad
call.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Like it left a bad taste in my mouth, and that situation doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
So I really enjoyed this match. Just to let you know, I'm probably going to be Positive Joe for the rest of the show. So
about time.
I enjoyed this match. Like it was fun. It was back and forth. And like the Prince Nana getting involved makes all the sense in the world. I'm glad that they're actually like interweaving stories throughout the whole show again.
I love how our viewers just want to make us look like people.
So when we get to the post match, like it feels like MJF's really took to heart that comment last week, because I don't know if y'all saw it, but someone said like, "Oh, like MJF really took the week off," and he replied, he's like, "Yeah, it was an off week. I'll try harder." Which I thought he was just being snarky at first, but like he came out like on fire. Like I love this promo tonight, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Jay White was not the Jay White that I'm used to seeing cut a promo tonight, and it was really weird.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't help when he's trying to cut a serious promo, and you have the stupid ass boys and Juice sitting there giggling and throwing a
Yeah,
little.
I think that really hurts Jay White.
It does. It absolutely does.
Like I don't think Juice Robinson should have had the mic at any point.
No, he shouldn't have talked. Like I said, and that whole quarter thing, I know what they were alluding to with the quarters, talking about his story with the people throwing quarters at him. But like I said, like with everything that's going on in the real world right now, like it's kind of, in my opinion, a bad taste.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had him say
MJF story, so
I understand, but you can tell that story without bringing in like Jewish like tropes and all that at the moment.
Yeah. When you have a country being bombed by another country, and
wait, what did it say on the quarters?
No, it just said Friedman on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
He said it has your name on it, so it was a roll of quarters with the name.
Yeah, I guess because he was attacked for his Jewish heritage. That it's kind of like, because they did say Jew boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F an expert, your thoughts, my friend.
I love the match. I thought the match was great. I thought Jay White looked fantastic. I think that Hangman, when he's motivated with a good opponent, really, really shines. And I think this is a glaring example of that.
Yep.
So yeah, I absolutely love this match. Now the promo afterwards, the thing with the quarters, that just I did not like that.
Yeah.
With everything that's happened the past few days with Gaza and Israel, that just no, that should not be happening right now at all.
Yeah.
Highly disagree with it. Thought that was very distasteful.
Yep.
And it just wasn't warranted. It just wasn't needed. I mean, they could have found a different way to get heat on Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all either.
But with that said, I very much look forward to an 8-man tag where MJF is teaming up with the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass.
I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see it happen, but I kind of think it may not fully happen. I don't know.
I think it'll happen. I think
the only other option, and someone in our AFW's chat said maybe it's Roddy and the Kingdom at the behest of Adam Cole.
Oh, these are awesome.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think that MJF is going to be in a corner where he has to get these guys, and he's just like shaking his head. And he's like, "Fine, do you guys want to come?" And they're like, "Okay."
And one more thing before we go, MJF, JFB, you said that you enjoyed like having the bad guy take the belt. I think that would work better if MJF didn't come out with his ROH tag belt around his waist.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that thing he should not have it. Period. The righteous should have it, and I'm standing by that statement. I'm sorry to say it, but if you don't have a tag partner, you can't have a tag belt. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he needs to surrender that, and they need to figure something out.
Yep. All right. Let's go to our 6th match. Saraya versus Shida for the Women's Championship. Here are some of my notes. Great display of very different styles. I love it. Saraya in control early. Shida coming back hard.
Hold on, noob. Slight overkill on your comment.
I mean, it was pretty.
It's in bad taste, but it's not a crime against humanity.
So let's go to, and then Soho tries to interfere. She gets shooed by Storm. And we have a new champion, guys. They took the belt from Saraya and gave it to Shida. Canada Dry, your thoughts first. First go. You go first, and Golden Graham and Mr. Isaac.
I almost wonder if Saraya is dealing with some sort of injury, because she hasn't wrestled a whole lot since All In.
No.
Well,
So I'm wondering if
her initial contract is one match a month because of her neck issues.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm wondering if because of that they're gonna put the belt back onto Sheeta, and then they're gonna figure out something else, because
Like, I will admit, I'm kind of surprised at this because I thought for sure it would be Toni Storm would be the one to take the title off of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good match. It had some. I love the interference. I love that Toni Storm came down and whacked. What the hell's her name with the shoe?
Ruby.
Ruby, so ho.
Yes, really so. But yeah, I was shocked, and I firmly believe she's a transitional champion at best.
Did you think ever in the history of professional wrestling that those words would ever be uttered out of your mouth, that Saraya would be a transitional champion?
No. It's not Saraya is the transition.
But Cheetah. Yeah.
Sheeta is the transitional champion again.
Yeah. Again.
I agree with that.
Golden Graham, your thoughts, my friend.
I really like this match. Like, it's a shame that Saraya can't wrestle more often with her neck and everything, because it was it's just another match in a line of really good women's matches that we've seen recently here in AEW.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really hope Sheeta's not a transitional champ. I would really like to see her get a legit run in front of the fans.
Yeah.
Especially now that there's a few more women, that it wouldn't be the same as her last reign. And it's been a while since she's had a lengthy reign. But can you bring up Noob's comment? The whole point of Saraya winning was they were in England and it was the pop. It was the moment.
Yeah.
That's literally why she won it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I that's what I think. I think that it was her moment at All In, and she was never meant to hold it for this long.
Yeah.
This is how long it was supposed to be.
Yeah. I agree.
And I guess they decided that Sheeta should get another transitional run.
All right, Mr. Isaacs, lay it on us, brother. What are your thoughts on this match?
I think this is the best singles match that Saraya has had since she's been back.
Yeah.
By far. I thought this was a very good match. I thought both women looked amazing. I love the Ruby Soho interference, and then Toni Storm coming out and beating her with a shoe and chasing her off. I thought that was nice. I am very surprised that Sheeta won. I am. And I do kind of think that this is going to be a transitional championship. I don't think that Sheeta is going to be the long-term champion. I don't know who's going to beat her. I don't know. But I don't expect her to hold.
This is who should beat her. AEW needs to tell you, Marco.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, if it's going to be anybody, it needs to be Hayter. Hayter needs to come back. And
Hayter coming back. Yeah. Or Toni Storm with this crazy woman with the belt. I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind it at all either.
I kind of want them just to go a new route. They have a bunch of different women. Let's get it away from the same group of 3 or 4 women that it's been locked up in.
All right, Joe.
Some fresh
it's
blood.
Marina Shafir time.
Oh no! What did you do, Joe?
No, give it to Sky Blue. I'm not saying put the title on Sky Blue. Look, she has this new character. She's more heelish. She doesn't have to win the title, but I'm saying bring her up and let her get that experience, because the only way people are going to get better is by putting them in that spot.
Yeah.
I am not saying, let's put the title on Sky Blue. She's not ready.
You did say it though. And then
I said bring her into programs with these women.
Yeah.
Bring in some of the lower card women and really build them up.
I will say this: Sky Blue without that smile isn't as pretty.
No, it's a Scotland.
It's amazing what a smile does for someone.
Absolutely.
All I gotta say is this: AEW is suffering from the same problems that WWE is suffering in the women's division. That is this: you have 4 to 5 bankable stars, and that's it. You don't have anybody in the pipeline. I get what you're saying, Sky Blue, but you can't feed. You have to feed the champ credible opponents, someone who can go toe to toe. And trust me, Sky Blue's had some great matches, but she is not credible in any way, shape, or fashion, ready to take on and be in a championship match. Win, lose, or draw, she's just not ready.
You know what I wouldn't mind is putting Athena back on the main roster.
And we've been saying that for months. Now, my question is, anybody know what the contract is with Beth Phoenix? Is it up as well? Can we get a 2-for-1? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I think she's a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, she's too busy being a mom. But
honestly, I thought because she lingered in that ring for a while.
Yeah.
I really thought Mercedes Moné was going to pop up tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not the only one. You are not the only one. So we get MJF and Adam Cole promo. MJF tries to call Adam Cole. Of course, Adam Cole is at the Roderick Strong compound, which is God knows where. We know it's in Florida because we know that's where he lives. But he can't really get a good connection. And eventually the Acclaim showed up. And they're like, hey, Max Caster's like, hey, if you need help, we're here for you. Like they're the freaking A-team or something. Like if you need help, you know who to call. You call the A-team. Like,
you guys want to hear Matt B sing to us one day?
I wouldn't mind it.
Sure.
Eventually,
I told him he has to be a loyal viewer before he gets the privilege of calling.
Yes, yeah. I have no problem with that at all. Let's just get to the main event. Before we get to the main event, let's talk about what should be a main event that you should be watching right now. And in fact, the whole show is nothing but just pure unadulterated main events. Okay, we're talking about the Kill City. Yeah, we're talking about GM Joe. No, we're talking about Kill City Cup. Now, let me tell you about I can tell you about Kill City Cup. Well, I'm not going to bore you because words that I drip out of my mouth cannot comprehend or explain Kill City Cup. But this, my friends, this will.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup.
I mean, it's Kill City Cup. It's essentially Mortal Kombat meets Saw meets professional wrestling, all melded into one delicious, gooey goodness. Links below. Go to the link. Watch the Kill City Cup. They got something planned. Something really awesome is going to be coming out of the brain of Luke. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So let's get to our main event. We get Luchasaurus versus the man formerly known as Edge. We're talking Adam Copeland. Here's some of my notes, my friends. Christian on the stick. My best favorite line was, Beth is a huge fan of Christian. Put on the new sheets because daddy's coming home. Nick Wayne gets Copeland's leg. Luchasaurus takes him out. Basically, Luchasaurus was in charge for pretty much 95% of this match. I thought it was going to just be like another beating of Edge over and over and over again. He got some offense in, as well as he should. Eventually, Edge or Adam Copeland gets the win, and then becomes the beating of a lifetime. Nick Wayne, Christian, Lucha attack Adam. Danielson comes out. And then the rest of the BCC. I feel like
that Swerve comes out.
Yeah, Agony, the Gates of Agony
comes out.
I feel like Tony Khan or whoever was producing this segment was like, hey, you want to go outside and interfere with this match? Go on in. Just go. Open up the curtain. Just run down the ramp. Like it made sense, but it didn't make sense. If you know what I'm saying. Let's go to F1 Expert first.
I honestly thought this match kind of sucked. I'm just being honest.
Hey, you're not the only one.
I was not a big fan of it. I was not very impressed with it. I get what they were trying to do. Making Adam look like he was hurt and everything, and just the cluster F at the end with like every single person that was basically on the card coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It was just convoluted and sloppy, and I just didn't really care for it. I would have liked to have seen Adam have a better debut match than this.
Yeah, I agree. Canada Dry, your thoughts, my friend?
Oh no, I love the fight from behind. Love it. It's coming back after having everything against you against the world. Love that kind of wrestling. And this was like one of the best matches I've seen from Adam Copeland in a long time, and I just really enjoyed it. I didn't need that cluster beep at the end though. That could have been just a little less convoluted, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay.
But I was happy with that extra 10 minutes. Like that made everything like we got pretty much an extra like half an hour at the beginning.
Yeah.
We got an extra 14 minutes at the end. So that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. We got our
free money's worth.
Yeah, absolutely. GM Joe, the greatest American hero. Your thoughts on this, my friend?
I kind of agree with Mr. Isaacs. Like, I wanted more from Adam Copeland.
Excuse me. Let me interrupt you. You said you were going to be positive, Joe, for the rest of the show.
I am being positive. I wanted more. I'm positive that I wanted more from Adam Copeland's debut match.
I see a little workaround.
but I will admit, you all know I love chaos. Yeah. Like controlled chaos. I was downstairs just smiling and grinning, just watching everything come out. Because it took me back to the old days of WCW and WWE. Yeah. Like, just get everybody this, and it was basically a preview for Saturday Night's Collision. It was like, that's what this served as a purpose as. Yeah. So I liked it. It was fun. The match, not so much. Kind of. Yeah. I really hope that was just.
Gonna be on Collision After Dark again? Like,
what was that?
Is Jeb ever going to be on Collision After Dark again?
One day, my friend. One day. when everything settles down and I'm not doing like 14 jobs, I promise you.
Are you at least getting 14 paychecks?
Yeah, I wish.
See what he's doing. He's standing next to that, like, that place in the mall where all the people stand and wait for people to hire you. That's where he's hanging out.
That's one thing about America. There's one thing about America, gentlemen. We all know that you get the rightful pay for what you work.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Except if you live in Florida, in which case, who knows? You might get paid in teeth.
Yeah, he's like speaking with a Spanish accent.
I don't know.
I work for you today.
They're trying to pay you like people who flip burgers, don't even flip burgers, $15 an hour. Some people are over.
Senor JFB will do
it. All right, guys, we are at the end of the show, which means we give our flowers, if you will. We give our ratings, rankings, number of bells, 1 to 5, dictates how well you like this show. Then we're going to talk about our favorite segment, and we're going to talk about favorite match. I'm going to go with Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, lay it on my brother.
My favorite match of the night. I was going to go with Swerve and Bryan Danielson, but I just love that ending with Edge, and I love the fight from behind. I just that Bret Hart-esque thing. You're getting your ass kicked, and you find a way to win at the end. Yeah. So that's my match of the night. My segment of the night. It wasn't really segment heavy, but I will go with Christian Cage's comment about Beth Phoenix change the sheets. Daddy's coming home.
Yep. Number of bells, my friend.
And I'm going to give it 4.25 bells.
Wow. Woo. Boy, you're going to really hate when JFB has to give his. Golden Graham, go for it.
You know what? I think it's too bad we can't come back tomorrow and rate NXT and see what we thought of that as well.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I didn't record NXT, so I wouldn't be able to watch it. So
yeah,
there's no way you could access it on the internet machine.
No, I wouldn't because I don't watch NXT. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
But Cody Rhodes is on it. Cody Rhodes is going to be on it.
Oh, yeah, he was the special GM for the night.
Something. Cody
Okay,
Rhodes.
so my match of the night is Swerve and Danielson.
Yeah.
My segment of the night, I'm going to go with Christian, but I really like the beginning of the show. None of us said thank you to Christian for the half hour of uninterrupted TV.
Yeah, he did. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, he's like, you're welcome.
And I'm going to give the show 3.5. I know I complained a lot, but there was a lot of good stuff on here that I personally enjoyed. And I was surprised by stuff. So that's always a good thing for me when I'm surprised. So.
Okay. Effing expert. Lay that golden dulcet tone voice on us. Let us know your favorite stuff.
Gentlemen, the match of the evening was Swerve versus Danielson.
Yeah.
Just loved it. I mean, you guys know I'm the Danielson mark. I'm pretty much always going to go with his match just about every time. Segment of the night, I'm going to have to agree with the other two gentlemen here. I like the opening promo. Well, not the opening, but the closing promo of Christian Cage before the main event.
Yeah.
There's just no better heel on the mic right now than Christian. I mean, there really is.
I don't think there's anyone better, period. Now.
I mean, he's probably
Callis does a really good job on the mic too.
He does. I like Christian's one-liners better.
Yeah.
I just think he's amazing. And for the overall bell rating, I was a little torn on this one because there's some things I really liked about the show a lot. There's a couple things I was a little disappointed in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 3.5 bells.
Okay. Man, boy, you guys are gracious with your bells. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Mr. Pessimism steps up to the plate.
We got the knuckle crack, man. That's like, ooh.
All right.
Mr. Glass half empty.
Put in this one bell for JFB and get the math done early.
My favorite match was Swerve and Danielson. I thought what it did was it opened up the door to a whole new people seeing Swerve for what he wasn't in WWE, what he wasn't when he first got to AEW, which is he's a star. This guy is going to carry this company on his back one day, and he's going to do it graciously. I loved him when he was Killshot in Lucha. I loved him in WWE. I love him in AEW. I love him even more because of what he's doing and because of the opportunities that Khan is giving him. Favorite segment? I liked the Adam Cole segment. I mean, I agree. The Christian stuff was gold, but I totally loved the Adam Cole. That Adam Cole stuff does not get tired at all. Now my bells, and I'm just going to be straight up honest. I could have just slaughtered the shit out of this show because it really, in all honesty, was just not that great of a show. It didn't serve a purpose, and that was to beat it, show the people why you're better than NXT. But getting ready to start setting up storylines and start setting up matches for Full Gear, which is a little bit more than a month away, right? We're talking a little bit more than a month away.
November
this
18th.
We need to start establishing. This is not a go-home show. If this was a go-home show, I would have given it a worse rating than I'm giving it out. I'm giving it 3 stars or 3 bells. And in all honesty, what it came down to was there were way more misses than there were hits, but the hits that hit were perfect. Absolutely.
I don't know what show you're watching, but you need to clean those glasses off, bucko.
Woo! I need a new prescription, probably. What's our cumulative score, GM Joe?
Our average is 3.56 bells.
That's not bad.
That's still not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
We have definitely given
And noob, you don't get a rating. You know why? Because you didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
You watched NXT.
So, guys, I bet you're wondering, how the hell can you support us? Well, if you want to send us money, because we want to get guests, and guests cost money. And so you can send a big shiny matrix at hotmail.com, or you can sign up for the tiers that are on the YouTube channel. Just look right on our YouTube page. You'll see all that information. While you're at it, you want to show the world how cool you are, how cool we are. All you need to do is buy a shirt. Now, you could go ahead and get the sharpshooter shirt, which is what all the rage is. All the kids are wearing it. I saw 5 of them at the mall today. Like a bunch of kids, a bunch of hooligans. Yeah, but still, they were wearing our shirt. And hey, that's money in our pocket, right? That's all I'm saying. Get the sharpshooter shirt. Go ahead and get the middle finger shirt. You know what? I was at an old folks home and I just saw this old lady wearing an all wrestling show.
Did she cut it like Natalia Markova?
No, she didn't. No, thank God. Thank God. Nobody wants to see Bubby in a stomach shirt. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So all you need to do is go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. Now, if you're an old school wrestling fan, and I know that you are, you got to give flowers to the people that came before us. You got to give flowers to the people that laid the foundation so that we can sit here for an hour and talk about professional wrestling. And one of those guys just happened to have had a show called The Flower Shop. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the adorable Adrian Adonis. That's right. The adorable Adrian Adonis. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis t-shirts. So on behalf of Canada Dry, Golden Graham, Mr. Isaacs, I am the JFB.
Sometimes in life, things just hit you hard.
Yeah.
And you can just be emotionally wrecked. Maybe a girl broke up with you. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're homeless. Maybe you're considering ending it all. But let me tell you this: movie stars, athletes, professional wrestlers have all had this thought too. You're not alone. We've all had this thought, and we've all fought past it. And you know what? The rain stopped coming down, and the sun came out, and we moved on. We dusted ourselves off, just like you will, and we will help you up. We'll help you put one foot in front of the other, and we'll just keep fighting.
Hit it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says,